Yesterday was a disaster. What exactly has Caitlin Clark done? I'm absolutely not understanding the allure of Caitlin Clark. She has to become a tough-ass winner. The biggest matchup, obviously, was going to be the Chicago Sky featuring Angel Reese against Caitlin Clark featuring the Indiana Fevers. What has she done? I mean, seriously. Like, we have exalted this woman to the point of #1 influencer in basketball. Things were inevitable in sports. One is a transferring player sharing a playbook with an opponent. We'll get to that in a minute. Welcome and hello, Don't At Me. Can't wait for another wonderful week. Hey, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, 10,000-seat Wintrust Center, moved to the UC on the west side, the United Center, the house that Michael Jordan built. Literally. I think he did it with his own hands if you listen to the lore of Michael Jordan, who, by the way, is my Anyway, yesterday was a disaster, an absolute abject disaster for the WNBA, as yesterday, well, it was a culmination. When they released the 2025 schedule, the WNBA, it featured last night's game, a Sunday afternoon before football. Nothing else to watch. What are you going to watch? The 3M Open, a bunch of Somalians running around? Nah, that's just Minneapolis. I'm sorry, that's downtown. Anyway, the biggest matchup, obviously, was going to be the Chicago Sky featuring Angel Reese against Caitlin Clark featuring the Indiana Fevers. See what I did there? She's bigger than the team. All right, Sunday. The league had one of those matchups, ESPN/ABC, claimed it was in the most important slot of the weekend, 3 p.m., Sunday, prime time, as both Chris Berman and Deion Sanders would say. But anyway, I digress. Let's move it along, shall we? Not only was the game set for primetime TV, but the Sky moved the game from its usual arena, Wintrust, seats 10,000 to the home of the Bulls, the home of Michael, the statue. Now, the home of Billy Donovan. He just signed an extension. United Center, 23.5. So many fans, it said. Unfortunately, there was anticipation of Caitlin Clark coming to town. Guess what? Luckily for the fans to see their hero, Clark signed plenty of autographs. She did not play. Caitlin Clark missed her 4th consecutive game. Right groin injury yesterday. She was injured late in the Fever's win over the Connecticut Sun back July 15th. There's currently no timetable for her to come back. Man, fans saw a ridiculous show. I watched a little bit of it. It was like watching 7th grade boys basketball. Shots were missed. Although Sophie Cunningham did shake her ass, and I think she fell in a photographer's face, so he sat on a guy's face, lucky for the guy. But anyway, Caitlin Clark did sign autographs, so that's good. I'm starting to. No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not understanding the allure of Caitlin Clark. I was stunned when the movie came out. That's right, the blockbuster on Netflix, Happy Gilmore 2. And I didn't see Caitlin Clark. I saw Kelsey Plum. I didn't see Angel Reese. When was this thing filmed? What are we doing? Did Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese ask for too much scratch? Kelsey Plum. I went, hey, I think that's Kelsey Plum. Anyway, is that what happened? I don't know. But I was shocked. Listen to this. It gets further with Caitlin Clark. Imagining being offered $5 million to play 10 games in a 3-on-3 league. And you say, nah, I'm going to stick with my rookie WNBA contract. It's exactly what happened when Ice Cube offered Caitlin Clark $5 million to play in the Big Three. Now he's asking if he made or would have made a similar offer to Angel Reese. Hell no. In 2024, Caitlin Clark turned down a $5 million offer to play in the Big Three. That same offer was not extended to Angel Reese. Launched by rapper Ice Cube and his business partner, Jad Kawintzes, in 2017, the Big Three is a professional 3-on-3 basketball league featuring mostly former NBA players and younger athletes who are looking to break through. Clark would have been the league's first female athlete, but the former Iowa superstar decided, I'm going to pursue the WNBA. Smart. She would have gotten exposed. Some nondescript non-hooper would have kicked her ass, and it would have lessened her aura, her sphere, her musk, Hell, she got about 16, 17, 18 from Nike anyway. Who cares? According to the rapper, corporate sponsors were willing to throw piles of money at his league if Clark were in. Those same parties, he explained, they didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese. I don't think we can make that same offer because it wouldn't have the same impact on the league. Really? Business people understanding the difference? Huh. I am shocked. Shocked, I say. See, this is why I like Ice Cube. He doesn't fall for that racial bullshit. He's probably getting killed by his homies because he didn't extend the same offer to Angel Reese. Man, she's one of us. No. Ice Cube and his partner are business people. They understand business. They understand who moves the needle. That ain't that thing. It's Caitlin Clark. Period. On the surface, it does seem crazy for Clark to play for roughly $76K a year when she could have been teaming up with Ice Cube 2 years, $10 million. Pretty good deal. But she's not exactly hurting for cash. According to Sportico, Clark's WNBA salary makes up only 1% of her total earnings of 2024. She raked in approximately $11 million in endorsement cash over the same period. Good for her, man. Meanwhile, Reese is doing fine. She is. She's doing just fine. She signed on with Unrivaled, a women's 3-on-3 league founded by WNBA veterans Napanisa Collier and Brianna Stewart, where she made a six-figure paycheck on top of the WNBA salary, earned another $50 when her team won the championship in the league's inaugural season. This season, Reese also got herself a shoe. She got her a signature shoe with Reebok, cover model, NBA, 2K, 26. Ain't nothing wrong with what Angel Reese has got going. Nothing at all. Hey, good for her, man. Angel Reese is making that yang, yo. Otherwise, before all this, before Caitlin Clark, she'd have had to go over to Russia, where we all know don't bring weed through the airport. But Angel Reese is doing just fine for a person that can't make a layup, for an 8th grade level basketball player, and so is Clark. Caitlin Clark is making a lot of money. Caitlin Clark is establishing herself because she doesn't yap, she doesn't talk. There's kind of a Jackie O quiet elegance to her, although I'm very tired of it. I am tired of it. No, I'm not going to lie. I know it's sacrilege to say, and I know the little Clarkettes will come out after you, but what has she done? I mean, seriously. Like, we have exalted this woman to the point of, I don't know, number one influencer in basketball, the face of basketball. What does she do? Her team won again last night without her. She has to. I saw Jason Whitlock say this, and I thought this was brilliant. She has to become a tough-ass winner like Isaiah Thomas, not a guard that makes us go wow like Allen Iverson because she jacks up bad shots. Jack, I've said this for 2 years now, though, and no one's listening to me. Now finally people are. Her logo threes, when they go in, you're like, yay, Rock, go fight, win. But she misses and destroys the tempo and the teamwork of her team. Team's doing pretty good. Kelsey Mitchell's established as a really good guard. But I go back to this. I wonder, what exactly has Caitlin Clark done that makes us have this level of hero worship? I really don't know. Michael Jordan, he had a game-winning shot freshman year in the NCAA championship game. That's pretty good before famously getting his ass kicked by you-know-who. But anyway, I asked myself that. Anyway, back to Ice Cube. See, I like when businessmen do business. We don't need this bullshit. Well, you know, I'm a black man, and I must give Angel Reese the same offer that I gave Caitlin Clark because she's one of us. That sows division. One thing, very smartly, that Ice Cube understands, like Michael Jordan said, man, Republicans buy sneakers too. They do. Stephen Colbert just now got canceled. Why? Oh, Trump. No. He got canceled because, as Jay Leno said, he was stupid. You say that, I added that. But this is the definition of stupid, alienating half your fan base. You don't alienate half your fan base. We welcome liberals here. We want liberals here. We love the discussion here. We love the reaction to our show. A liberal answer to our show is, Dakich, you look like a thumb. That's the level with which liberals participate, and we love it. Who's this hemorrhoid talking to me? And we love it. Who this? And we love it. Yeah. I go on the Instagram page and just respond to racist baldest morons every day, and we like it. We know they're liberals, we know they're mad, but we welcome them. See, that's what you're supposed to do. Colbert, not so much. Ice Cube, smart. Bring them all in. I don't care. Yeah, he's black, but you know what? His partner's white. It's like Obama. Obama trying to be black, but you know what? A little cream in the coffee, as my friend Reggie Jones says. Anyway, enjoying the show? Of course you are. What's wrong with you? How couldn't you be? What are you going to do? Listen to two douchebags on SportsCenter tell you stuff? Nah. Make sure you head on over to youtube.com/@OutKick/videos to like, comment, and subscribe. That way you'll never miss any of our great content. The guys, we got people on Instagram barely speak English. And it's my favorite thing to throw it back at them and say, what does this mean? You is not knowing. I is not knowing? That don't make no sense. Anyway, we got a cheating scandal on our hands. Who didn't see this coming? This is going to be the norm, or is the norm. We just haven't discovered it yet. Kids transferring everywhere. I go to Indiana, then I go to Kennesaw State, then I go to Indiana State, then I go to wherever. Eventually, this is going to happen. Got a full-blown football scandal with playbooks being distributed to opponents. And, of course, it happens in Memphis. Memphis is the shithole of the world. See this armpit? That's what Memphis is. It is the armpit of the United States. But they got blues. Yeah, right, unless they're playing at 10 a.m. when all the criminals are sleeping. Beale Street, barbecue. Hey, man, I can go down the street and get barbecue. I can go down the street and listen to some drug-addled fool play a sax. I can. Simple. Get out of here. Memphis is a cesspool. And, of course, everything in college athletics filters back to Memphis and correction. See Penny Hardaway. Anyway, we got a cheating scandal brewing in the AAC. Allegedly, DMs between Memphis defensive back, Taj Ray-Al and UTSA QB Owen McCowan have leaked. According to On3, the message in question are from last fall, ahead of the November 2nd meeting between the Roadrunners and the Tigers. The content in question, well, it's just the entire Memphis defensive playbook. I'm not even mad about it. Good. Players should do that. Why wouldn't you? Hey, man, unless you're playing each other, I don't know, do it. Who cares? Look, I am of the opinion there is no integrity in sports. I am of the opinion that college basketball, college football is a complete and utter cesspool. We have Nick Saban up there with old Miss Terry acting like he never cheated. Go read a book. Nick Saban, allegedly, well, he had dudes doing his dirty work forever. Miss Terry and I. What the hell is a Miss Terry? Why do we give a shit about Miss Terry? Well, Miss Terry and I, oh, shut up. You guys have been cheating your ass off. At least now it's out. I'm all for this. If you're going to transfer 3 or 4 times, give the playbook to the other team. I don't care. I don't care if you give the playbook to the other team the night before. No, that's right. That's how I feel. College athletics is in such a shitty spot with integrity. Great for the games. All these douchebag coaches sit there and act like they're so righteous, and yet they're so full of shit. Anyway, but I love it. I do. I love it. A report on 3 Memphis, really? Figure that's like a police blotter, has obtained direct messages of former Memphis defensive back Taj Ray-Al sending UTSA quarterback Owen McCowan the Tigers playbook before their game. The Roadrunners scored a lot of points, 44-36. Good. Hey, you coaches, you got no integrity. You've been lying for years. Why do players have to have integrity? Here it is. Let's look at it. This is awesome. Here's a screenshot of the cheating scandal. Here you go. That's all the signals. Former player, far left his coverages. I'll send you better lists showing you the call. But they run quarters in none of their safeties can cover, by the way. None of their safeties. No reroutes on the slot, the field, F-E-I-L-D. Safety is the weakest link in the defense. His hamstring hurting, but he running out of eligibility. So when you play him, he numbers 0. It's unbelievable. These guys actually get in college, and your son and daughter can't. Think about that for a second. Bet. But let me know if they cut your stuff. I'll put in a word. So Owen was going to put in a word if Memphis cuts his stuff, yo. Owen was going to put in a word with the UTSA coaches. Now, I got to ask, how in the hell do you possibly acquire these messages? Oh, by the way, Indiana fans, this hits Purdue too. ELLE somehow got into Purdue. He's with the Boilers. His representative, the agency Prestige Worldwide, Pro Sports, not to be confused with Prestige Worldwide, from the classic comedy Step Brothers, released a statement on behalf. My question is, how in the hell did this guy get into Purdue? Like, damn. Like, this dude can't spell field. This has been a difficult period for all involved. Prestige Worldwide. While there are differing perspectives on what occurred, Taj acknowledges that errors in judgment have been made. At no point was there any intent, really, to harm teammates or compromise the integrity of the game he loves. Here's how this should be handled. This dude's banned from ever playing college football again, and so is the quarterback. Although, I don't know, did the quarterback ask for the text? This dude, number one, should never have gotten into Purdue. Somebody that wants to help him, get him a reading class, get him a writing class. 30 days to a more powerful vocabulary is recommended. And then let him try to go to college again. But he doesn't need to be on the football field. I mean, what's he doing? Why would you think that this would be a good thing? Why would you think that this would be a smart thing? Every athlete knows not to do this. Now, I don't give a shit. Not two shit. And I think it's funny that not only is he on Purdue's team, but he actually got into Purdue when there are a lot of kids from a really good high school, Andrean High School, that can't get into that dump. But we're going to let, what's his clown's name? Tariq El-Amin? Taj Ra-El. Okay, spiritual. Anyway, we're going to let this dumbass in Purdue? Wow, that's fascinating. Anyway, go Boilers. I know you needed players, but damn, did you need them that bad? He's currently a defensive back at Purdue. Oh, man, it's a difficult time. But Taj never, ever, there was any intent to harm his teammates or compromise the integrity of the game he loves. So, why'd he do it? I mean, it's a simple question. Why did he do it? Hey, Vibe Check. Have we watched Vibe Check yet? Woke ESPN and Vibe Check host, Elle Duncan. He's back in the news, defending her joke she made during the WNBA All-Star Weekend. Here's the joke that she made. There's no D for these little gals here, apparently. No D.
Season long. So, all right. Yeah. Well, again, we hope it gets a little bit more competitive because, like a girls' trip to Cancun right now, there's no D. It's a 22-point game for Team Collier. That's a walk-off. Sabrina Ionescu, there she is from the four-point circle. Second half action from Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Tips after this.
Al, you're in timeout.
Okay, done.
Oh, it's so cute. Look at the bigot on the right. She doesn't even know how to stand. Anyway, Duncan addressed her joke on an episode, of course, the Dan Le Batard show. There wasn't a hint of remorse about the joke. My thing with the Cancun joke, I feel like whenever I say something, it's like sometimes like a reintroduction, like for some people like who clearly don't know me or my work over the last 10 years. The funny part to me, like, y'all. I like when the sisters throw in y'all. It tries to make them down home. Elle Duncan hasn't said y'all in her entire life, but she's trying to be a sister. Let's let her go. The funny part to me, y'all, has been people who are like, what am I supposed to say to my children? I'm like, well, if you have to talk to your children about the fact that D is a slang word for penis, then I hope I was able to help you have that conversation with your child who is old enough to watch basketball. Look at Elle, trying to look pretty. Good for her, because my 4-year-old knows what a penis is. It's so silly to me. The idea that this is groundbreaking or somehow completely inappropriate in the landscape that we live in right now is just wild to me. That's ESPN's thing. That's what Lion Mina Kime says. It's wild. I was a little blown, to be real. Blown. We can't even say full words anymore. I was a little blown away. The hip, cool kids who have so much makeup on, their face is going to crack, and that girdle couldn't be tighter. I've seen her in person. Anyway, she can't even say full words. Can't even say full words anymore. I'm blown. It's wild to me. Oh, man, who cares? For a league that is trying to grow and wants to appeal to a new generation of young, prominently female fans, having analysts like Duncan is going to be a huge turnoff. I don't know if this is true. I'm just Ron Burgundying it. I don't have a stick up my ass. I don't care 2 bits. I know we're supposed to criticize Elle Duncan, and I like to, but this is crap what I just read. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody does. I mean, what do we got to stick up our ass here at OutKick? Make more D jokes. I don't care. I really don't. I know the company line here is, what am I reading here? Trying wants to appeal to a new generation of young, predominantly female fans. Having analysis like Duncan is going to be a huge... Oh, shut up. Shut up, Dan. I should have read this before. The hell it's not. It's going to turn people on. It's going to make people feel better. We're talking about Elle Duncan, for Christ's sake, in the WNBA, when nobody's talking about Elle Duncan in the WNBA. More dick jokes, I say. More dick jokes. Apparently, Ryan Clark has dropped his beef with Cam Newton. See, Ryan Clark tried to bully Cam Newton. Ryan Clark tried to use his bullshit to bully Cam Newton, and Cam Newton is not having it. Cam Newton went right back at him last week. Here's what you missed. It started when Cam said Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. These are the important things these 2 idiots talk about. That this is it. Cam went on a rant about how many of the analysis won't give the truth because they want to keep relationships strong with those players. Oh, that's a fact. Everybody knows that. Look, NBA, NFL, white guys scared to death to be called out as racist, although that's getting lessened, I'm being told, because everybody gets called racist for anything, except for people that beat the shit out of people in festivals in Cincinnati. Nobody talks about that. Really funny, except for the people that got the shit beat out of them. Some point, well, never mind. There's too many homeboys in the industry. There's too many people, the insiders, that are moved by relationships and moved by, oh, man, I can't talk bad about this person, or I can't critique his game because I know that coach, or I know his particular person. I know his particular person. That means his dad, mom, whatever. Well, he's right. Cam Newton is 1,000% right. Couldn't be more right. Here's what Cam Newton said going after Ryan Clark.
That we want to attack the messenger, Ryan Clark. Okay, let's pull up your stats. Second team All-SEC, we cannot relate. Undrafted in 2002, we cannot relate. Then you have 1 Pro Bowl in 2011, we cannot relate. So if you want to unlock Petty Cam, and everything that Cam Newton has ever said on this 4th and 1 show has always been backed by merit and logic, but some way, shape, form, people keep attacking Cam, the person, or why he didn't jump on the fumble, why he didn't do this, or comparing and contrasting. So when I compare and contrast you guys' statistics and Dan Orlovsky, never mind. But as we keep going and we keep unlocking and keep poking the bear, and y'all want to play this game, I can.
Yeah. Here's Ryan Clark. See, you always bully the bully. Ryan Clark was bullying. He was trying to be like, I got this platform. Here's the very thoughtful and pensive and full of shit Ryan Clark.
All right, y'all. Now, this is going too far. Cam became the centerpiece of a conversation that should have been about Jalen Hurts' excellence. But instead of debating if Jalen was in the top 10 or not, we started talking about what Cam Newton wasn't. And people stopped stating what he was. This is a dude that was a transcendent transfer that goes to an average Auburn team and wins a national championship and a Heisman Trophy. Becomes the Rookie of the Year after he was drafted first overall. And be real, in 2015, he the MVP. He took an 8-8 roster to 15 wins and a Super Bowl. And listen, I get to work with the best in the world every single day at ESPN. We the best network doing sports. So I'm with Stephen A, and I'm with Greeny, and I'm with Laura, and I'm with SVP, Mina, Marcus, Dan, and they never have to validate why their opinion matters. And Cam shouldn't have to list his accolades to tell you why, or to tell us why his opinion matters. And I'm gonna be truthful, I don't really care what he said about me. I'm so damn comfortable with my career, but anytime we get into the weeds and start talking about the people who don't do it no more, we missed the mark. And I get some of y'all think I missed the mark when I said he didn't bring his cape, or when I said where was his ring. To be honest, I was comparing Jalen Hurts to Cam Newton, who was the top tenor, Eli Manning, who was the top tenor, and it's highlighting how good Jalen was against Patrick Mahomes. And Cam said I was safe the week before, so I started to have a little fun. But, like, let's be real, right? Like, let's put some respect on Cam's name, right? Like, our job is to elevate the game, is to make the game fun and to bring people together. Like, that's exactly what Cam did in Carolina. You know, he elevated the game. He made the game fun. He brought Panthers fans together. That's the same thing Jalen Hurts, though, is doing in Philadelphia. So let's put some respect on that. And that's what I'm going to focus on.
Honest to God, when you get bullied and you're an insecure little pussy, that's what you do right there. That's what you do. Shadur